From Chelsea star player to Real Madrid's benchwarmer, Eden Hazard's journey in football took a surprising turn. Let's look at the rise and fall of a player who was once compared to Messi and Ronaldo. Eden Hazard was born on January 7, 1991, in La Louvière, Belgium. He grew up in a family of footballers, with both his parents playing the sport. His father, Thierry, played semi-professionally in Belgium's lower divisions, while his mother, Karine, was a striker in the Belgian women's first division. This football-rich environment shaped Eden's passion for the game from an early age. As a child, Eden spent countless hours playing football in his backyard with his three brothers. His natural talent was evident even then, and he quickly caught the attention of local coaches. At the age of just 4, Eden joined his hometown club, Royal Stade Brennois, where he spent 8 years honing his skills and developing his love for the game. Eden's journey to professional football began in earnest when he moved to Tubize at the age of 13. It was here that scouts from Lille, a French club, spotted his exceptional talent. Impressed by his skills and potential, Lille offered Eden a youth contract, which he accepted. This move marked the beginning of his professional career and set him on the path to becoming one of the most exciting young players in Europe. At Lille, Eden quickly rose through the ranks, making his professional debut at the age of 16 in November 2007. His performances for the French club caught the eye of bigger teams, and in 2012 he made a high-profile move to Chelsea. This transfer would prove to be a turning point in Eden's career, setting the stage for his rise to stardom and eventual move to Real Madrid. Eden Hazard's move to Chelsea in 2012 marked the beginning of a golden era for both the player and the club. The Belgian winger quickly became a fan favorite at Stamford Bridge, dazzling supporters with his incredible dribbling skills and creative flair. Hazard's impact on the Premier League was immediate and long-lasting, as he consistently scored goals and provided assists for his teammates. His performances helped Chelsea secure multiple trophies, including 2 Premier League titles, 2 Europa League titles, and an FA Cup. During his 7-year stint at Chelsea, Hazard's individual achievements were equally impressive. He was named Chelsea's Player of the Year 4 times and won the PFA Players Player of the Year award in the 2014-15 season. Hazard's goal-scoring ability improved significantly during his time in England, with his best season coming in 2018-19 when he netted 16 goals and provided 15 assists in the Premier League alone. Hazard's exceptional performances at Chelsea led to comparisons with football's biggest stars, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. At his peak, many considered Hazard to be among the top 5 players in the world. His ability to change games single-handedly, combined with his consistency and work rate, made him a true Chelsea legend. Hazard's importance to the team was evident in the way he often carried the attacking burden, creating chances out of nothing and scoring crucial goals in big matches. As Hazard's reputation grew, so did interest from other top clubs across Europe. Real Madrid, in particular, had long admired the Belgian star, and rumors of a potential transfer persisted for several seasons. Despite the constant speculation, Hazard remained committed to Chelsea, continuing to perform at the highest level and cementing his status as one of the Premier League's greatest players of the modern era. After years of dominating the Premier League with Chelsea, Eden Hazard's career was about to take another giant leap. The Belgian superstar had long dreamed of wearing the iconic white jersey of Real Madrid, and in the summer of 2019, that dream finally became a reality. Real Madrid had been pursuing Hazard for years, and their persistence paid off when they secured his signature for a staggering fee of €100 million, potentially rising to €146.1 million with add-ons. The transfer sent shockwaves through the football world. Hazard was now the most expensive player in Real Madrid's history, surpassing even Cristiano Ronaldo's transfer fee from 2009. The expectations were sky high, with fans and pundits alike predicting that Hazard would fill the void left by Ronaldo's departure to Juventus the previous year. And the excitement in the Spanish capital was palpable. Hazard's arrival at the Santiago Bernabeu was met with a hero's welcome. Thousands of fans packed the stadium to catch a glimpse of their new superstar during his official presentation. Hazard spoke of his desire to win the Champions League with Real Madrid and become the best player in the world. The stage seemed set for Hazard to take his game to even greater heights and cement his legacy as one of football's all-time greats. However, the dream move quickly began to unravel. Hazard arrived at pre-season training overweight, sparking concerns about his fitness and professionalism. These worries were compounded when he suffered a hamstring injury just days before the start of the La Liga season, delaying his competitive debut for the club. When Hazard finally made his first appearance for Real Madrid, he looked a shadow of the player who had terrorized Premier League defenses for years. The injuries continued to pile up, with Hazard struggling to stay fit for extended periods. A fractured ankle in November 2019 required surgery and sidelined him for several months. Each time Hazard seemed close to regaining his form, another setback would occur. The explosive pace and agility that had been his hallmarks at Chelsea were noticeably diminished, and he struggled to make an impact in the matches he did play. Eden Hazard's dream move to Real Madrid quickly turned into a nightmare. What went wrong for the player once hailed as one of the world's best? Hazard's time at Real Madrid was plagued by chronic injury problems. Hamstring issues, muscle strains, and recurring ankle problems kept Hazard off the pitch more often than on it. He struggled to complete full matches and often looked a step behind his teammates. The once deadly dribbler now found it difficult to beat defenders, and his goal-scoring touch all but disappeared. As Hazard's performances failed to live up to expectations, the pressure from fans and media intensified. Real Madrid supporters, accustomed to seeing world-class performances from their Galacticos, grew increasingly impatient. Every poor touch and missed opportunity was scrutinized, adding to the mental burden on a player already struggling with physical issues. The financial aspect of Hazard's transfer added another layer of pressure. Real Madrid had invested heavily in the Belgian, making him their most expensive signing ever. With each passing game where Hazard failed to make an impact, the transfer fee looked more and more like a poor investment. The club found itself paying astronomical wages to a player who was spending more time in the treatment room than on the pitch. As the seasons went by, Hazard's playing time and impact on the team continued to decline. He went from being a guaranteed starter to a substitute, and eventually to barely featuring in the squad at all. The player who was supposed to fill the void left by Cristiano Ronaldo had instead become a peripheral figure at the club. Younger players like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo stepped up to take the starring roles that were meant for Hazard, leaving the Belgian watching from the sidelines as Real Madrid continued to win trophies without him. After years of struggles and disappointments at Real Madrid, Eden Hazard faced a difficult decision that would shape the final chapter of his career. As the 2022 to 2023 season came to a close, Hazard knew it was time to make a choice that would shock the football world. On June 7, 2023, at the age of just 32, Eden Hazard announced his retirement from professional football. The decision came as a surprise to many, but those who had followed his career closely could see the toll that years of injuries and setbacks had taken on the Belgian superstar. Hazard's body had betrayed him, with recurring ankle and muscle problems preventing him from recapturing the form that had made him one of the world's best players at Chelsea. Hazard spoke openly about the frustration of not being able to contribute to his team's success, saying, "I have been able to realize my dream of playing for Real Madrid, but it has been a difficult period for me." The pressure of living up to his massive transfer fee and the expectations of the Madrid faithful weighed heavily on Hazard, and he struggled to find joy in the game he once loved. Despite the disappointments of his final years, Hazard chose to focus on the positives of his career when announcing his retirement. He expressed gratitude for the opportunities he had been given, stating, "I have had the chance to play for some of the best clubs in the world and represent my country at the highest level." Hazard's decision to retire early was met with a mix of sadness and understanding from the football community. Former teammates and opponents alike praised his incredible talent and the impact he had made on the sport during his prime years. While some fans and pundits questioned whether Hazard could have done more to prolong his career, others recognized the courage it took to walk away from the game on his own terms. The decision to retire early allowed Hazard to preserve his legacy as one of the most talented players of his generation, rather than continuing to struggle through injuries and diminished performances. As the football world reflected on Hazard's career, many were left to wonder what might have been if injuries hadn't derailed his time at Real Madrid.